I made this quick little chart for you to take a look at. Everything within inside the circle, we have 5 different categories: fastest medium format cameras, best priced and valued medium format, absurdly overpriced medium format, old and outdated medium format, ones that have been lurking around that are in the old folks' home, if you will. And then here we have poor quality medium format, and then of course we have Nikon, Sony, and Canon. Nothing. Interestingly enough, within a really extremely short period of time, so this will be complete sometime in the middle of 2019, so basically half a year from now. Currently, I have the GFX 50S, GFX-R digital rangefinder, which is going to be a cheap, inexpensive rangefinder medium format camera with the same sensor and engine as a GFX 50S. By the way, all these cameras will use exactly the same lenses. There's actually a huge hint from Fujifilm when they rolled out the 50S, and that they stated within the user manual. All of these GF lenses are fully compatible, forward compatible with 100 megapixel sensors. So they stated that at the initial rollout of the GFX, which was an obvious wink, wink, nod, nod that they're going to come out with a 100 megapixel medium format. Fujifilm knew that when they introduced the 50S that they were going to have a 100 megapixel version, which they're going to announce at Photokina. They're going to come out with the GFX-R this year, and then of course sometime, April or who knows, next year 2019, they're going to have the 100S. So here within a very short period of time we have these 3 cameras. If you take a look at these 5 circles we have here: poor quality medium format, old and outdated, absurdly overpriced. Then we have best priced and best value, and fastest autofocusing medium format cameras. You can see what Fujifilm has done, and you really can't say this, and I can think of no point in history where this can be said, that a camera company was, amongst heavy competition, able to totally dominate an arena of photographic camera equipment within such an incredibly short period of time, and none of them dominate in a full frame. There's an endless war between Nikon and Sony and Canon and others on full frame, which is just an endless bloody war that Fujifilm is not interested in getting into, since it would obviously, everybody keeps asking when Fujifilm's going to introduce full frame sensor cameras, and why would they? Get into a bottomless, bloody war and throw tons and tons of money down a bottomless pit, or what Fujifilm has done, and I have told you for the past year plus, is that within a short period of time, with these 3 cameras, they have completely dominated an entire arena. Now, a lot of people say, well, how huge is really expensive medium format cameras, really? I mean, percentage-wise, over micro four thirds and full frame and crop sensors, how large is medium format? Well, people are going to find out soon enough how large that is when they come out with a very inexpensive. You know how much medium format cameras cost and the lenses? Do you have any idea? Until Fujifilm released their first medium format camera, the GFX 50, do you have any idea? Any clue in hell? Most of you don't. How much these cameras cost? I almost bought them a Leaf several years ago. We're talking $30,000 for the camera. The lenses were obnoxiously expensive. And it's nowhere near. It's not even half the camera of the far, far less expensive GFX 50S. So if you take a look at this chart really closely, and it is deadly accurate, you'll start to realize something. A, why Fujifilm is not too interested in getting into a bottomless pit and bloody war with endless amounts of cash, fighting with the likes of Canon, Nikon, and Sony, or come out with 3 cameras and boom, overnight, dominate medium format, an entire arena of digital photography. In business, they call that a smart move. Domo arigato, my friend. Can you see the light? If you can't see the light with this chart, then, there's no help for you. Here we have the Hasselblad and the Phase 1, the Mia Leaf, the old, really, 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 really old Pentax. The Leica is $20,000. It's a 37 megapixel medium format. It's just an old crusty turd muffin. Here we have the poorly designed, poorly implemented, poor autofocus, bad bokeh, issues galore Hasselblad X1D. It's so bad that they dropped the price from $10,000 down to the price of a GFX because it's a bad camera. It's just undeniably a bad camera. It's not my opinion. It's the opinion of countless people. So take a look at this chart closely and see the light. This chart has been brought to you care of me. Thank you so much for watching, and Fujifilm.